Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the great capability of Exchange Online as well as Exchange on-premises server, right? And this capability is something which is allowing applications to access items from the mailboxes of users, right? So it is going to be allowing people or that specific applications to access items like managing emails, then calendars and contacts and all those kind of items. Those are the items of the mailbox, and those are either stored of respect to users' mailboxes, right? And this protocol or this API call, which is Exchange Web Services, which is also called as EWS, right? And this service is going to be retire in next year, 2026. 2026 October, and that's the given date by Microsoft when this EWS service is going to expire, right? So before that, Microsoft is also recommending that we should migrate all those kind of applications from that EWS supported capability to the new Microsoft Graph modern way of supporting, right? So now EWS is an kind of traditional API method, which is using that way when we are registering applications and providing those kind of permissions to access those items like contacts, mailbox items, managing items, right? And that is something which is being used with EWS so far and currently also is being used. But now Microsoft has put that feature on retire mode, right? And it is going to be retired in October 2026, right? And that is why I'm going to show you how we can export that report from the 365 admin portal so that you can go ahead and evaluate what are the applications. Those can be verified and you can identify whether those applications are heavily being used, those are being used for different purposes, and then you can take actions. So actions includes you need to make sure those applications are migrated to modern or Microsoft Graph APIs so that you can keep using it without any disruption, interruptions on your regular workflows, and those are working as expected, right? And if those are not being used at all, definitely you can go ahead and discard or clean those applications from the system because there is also a risk if we keep an applications which is going to be not used at all, but still there are certain permissions granted on the tenant level. That means it is going to definitely put some risk on it, and then definitely it should be an activity to clean up it, right? So I'm going to show you how we can export that report and evaluate and make a decision to migrate from this EWS APIs to the modern Microsoft Graph API calls, right? And then we can keep those applications up and running so that we are prepared and we don't have to put the systems and applications and the workflows into the disruptions, right? So let's go ahead and let me share my screen quickly here so that you can also see. And I'm going to show you that announcement as well that Microsoft has made. So that's the very older announcement, but still they have updated it recently with some of the updates from Microsoft on March 27, 25. So that is something the last month that was the upgrade or update from Microsoft, right? So let me show it here quickly. All right, so let me set a screen and we should be able to see it. All right, so here I'm on Microsoft 365 admin portal, right? And from here, we should simply go to the reporting section. From there, we would be able to see that EWS usage, whichever applications are using that API calls, and then we can plan it accordingly. Definitely, we have almost a year and more than that time with us, but still we should be ready. And if we have more than hundreds and thousands of such applications, then definitely it's going to be a bigger task to identify and evaluate those applications and make a note of each those applications and see the use cases of each of those applications, whether those apps are being used for different purposes, who is using it, what is the purpose of that, and how we can handle that, right? So it's not a single or one day task. Definitely, it's going to take months of time to evaluate and then decide whether that application needs to be migrated or moved to the next modern graph APIs calls or not, or we simply go ahead and discard it, right? So that should be the case, and that is why we should start preparing to it so that we can reach that level before that retirement comes back. Otherwise, this is going to be a big disaster, and definitely we should not do that disaster in case we have something or regular workflows which are working as expected or needs to work for the business purposes, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So under reports, here we have usage, right? And once we are in usage section, we need to go to Exchange in order to see that EWS. Also, you can see that there are other different reporting capabilities available here, including email activity, email app usage, different platforms and devices, Outlook Windows, Outlook Mac, Outlook on the web, Outlook mobile, and we can add any other columns that we wanted to add basis on the requirements, right? So this way we can simply leverage it, right? Then mailbox usage. Then you can also see which mailboxes are used and are with limited quota or under limits, and how many email count and all of that details, right? So this is going to be kind of complete report. And here's the EWS usage report, right? From here, we can see that you can see there are two active applications, and this report is being updated and synchronized every week after 7 days. So let's say it was synced and last updated on April 28, 2025. That means this is going to be updated on next seventh day or eighth day, which is Monday, right? And that way it is going to be keep updating us and give us the details. So now you can see there are two applications, and you can see that these are the two applications where it has application ID, SOAP, action. That means these are the API calls and call volume. So how many call volumes are being run or executed, and that is what it is going to show us, and last activity date and time. Majorly the date and the day when this was happened, right? And basis on that, it is going to simply give us the complete details. So now you got the report, you can analyze this report, and also to see this application. Let's say I wanted to see this application. I will simply copy this application ID and let me go to Intra portal here. And from there, we can simply try and find that application over there, right? So basis on that, we would be able to see and find something relevant to that application. And then probably we can take appropriate actions, right? So let's wait for it and then go to here. So under the app registrations, I will go ahead and search the application. So let's cut it from here, go to enterprise apps. And from here, we can search it. Now, you might be saying that why this application is not showing up here, right? Because this application was registered or called during the Exchange service, right? Even Exchange has its own capability to create and register service principals or register an application that is being tied with these application IDs, right? And either these application IDs can be seen from here, or there is one of the PowerShell commandlet, we can export those service principals as well, right? So this way we can definitely make a use of it and get the export of all of those application IDs and their SOAP IDs, and here you can simply export it. So this is going to be simply kind of CSV file export, and once it is ready, we can just open it up and see it and validate whether which application it is, what is it. So this is going to be complete report that it is going to give us, right? So let it open here quickly. All right, so you can see that these are the application IDs, then these are the SOAP actions, then these are the call volumes, and this is the date, right? So on this date, these are the call volumes and SOAP actions. SOAP actions as in API calls, right? So these are the API calls which were executed on these applications particularly. So these are the two apps, right? And this way we can simply just validate and verify it, right? So yeah, this is the complete report. You can just export and make use of it, and it's going to provide us the details, right? So yeah, that is what I wanted to show you and talk about this one, and hope this will be helpful and you will learn something about it. And definitely, this is going to make a lot of changes before you start that on migration from EWS to modern, which is Microsoft Graph API calls, right? As I said, it's going to expire or retire on 26th or October 2026 next year. So we have almost a year and more time. But still, if you start preparation today or maybe a month or two later, then that's definitely going to take few months to prepare. If we have more than hundreds and thousands of applications, those are running something like this capabilities, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. Hope you like it. Please do share this video with your friends and colleagues and people who are around you who want to know and learn something about it. Also like this video so that you can also get more details whenever those are uploaded, and subscribe to the channel for latest videos as I do post new videos every time and every day. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.